The IDF issued this statement saying that they conducted a precise strike, or what they called a precise strike, targeting senior leadership of what it calls a Hamas terrorist organization. Just to give people some context here, Qatar is an important country in the Gulf. It's a country that President Trump visited earlier this year. It's the same country that bequeathed him this $96 billion plane known as a palace in the sky. He enjoys close relations with the Qatari government. Even Israel has diplomatic relations with them, but it's also a country that hosts the Hamas leadership, and it has done for a large number of years. The Israelis didn't say that they conducted the strike, but the timing would suggest that's exactly what happened. The Qataris saying that they condemn in the strongest terms what they call a coward Israeli attack on residential headquarters of several members of the Hamas political bureau in Doha. They call it a criminal attack and a flagrant violation of all international laws. This is a major event. It will have huge ramifications. We have to wait and see whether the Americans knew that this was going to take place. No official statement from the White House so far. But given that President Trump was talking about the possibility of some kind of ceasefire deal and the release of those hostages in the coming days, that now seems to have all been blown out the water.
Ian, we just had a question for you because we're thinking about proximity, and Jerusalem is at least 1,000 miles away from Doha. So was this potentially a coordinated attack?
Yes, I mean, we've certainly seen before when Israel has conducted long-range strikes that it has absolutely coordinated or at least consulted with the United States government, but it's also demonstrated its own long-range capacity. You only have to go back a couple of months. Remember that brief conflict, war, if you like, between Israel and Iran, where we saw Israeli bombers targeting Iranian oil fields, Iranian cities, key Iranian leaders and scientists, and that is even further away than Qatar. There is a suggestion that perhaps Israel has bases in the region, but the sensitivities of hosting Israeli fighter jets or military resources, that's not the kind of thing that's talked about. We'll have to wait and see what else the Israelis have to say. The Qataris are outraged. Other Arab nations will be outraged. The so-called Abraham Accords, this was the peace deal, the normalization that took place between Israel and many of those countries. Whether that still stands, what the reaction by the United States is, will be absolutely key. There was already anger at what's happening in Gaza, anger at what's happening in the West Bank, feeling that Israel has gone too far after the October the 7th attacks. Its reprisals have been too great, the consequences far too enormous for the Palestinian people. This will only add to that. This is a region that was already ready to blow, and this certainly adds to that, guys.